Ranking Member Burr, members of the committee, thank you for giving me the opportunity to discuss with you the role of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases in the conduct and support of research addressing our nation's response to COVID-19. In our most recent hearing before this committee on November the 4th, I discussed the importance of booster shots to enhance immunity against the Delta variant that wanes over time. Indeed, booster shots have dramatically reconstituted the waning immunity and has increased protection over and above the original level afforded by the primary vaccine regimen. Today, we are faced with a different challenge, a new variant called Omicron that has rapidly spread throughout the world, including a massive, unprecedented surge in the United States. This variant possesses a large number of mutations that are associated with an increased efficiency of transmission, immune evasion from certain monoclonal antibodies, convalescent plasma, and antibodies induced by our current vaccines. Thus far, data from our own laboratories at NIAID, as well as from laboratories throughout the world, have indicated that vaccine-induced antibodies lose a considerable amount of potency in neutralizing the Omicron variant. Although this is of obvious concern, the encouraging news is that a third shot boost of an mRNA vaccine significantly reconstitutes and enhances the ability of antibodies from boosted individuals to neutralize the Omicron variant, strongly suggesting that boosters will play a major role in protecting our population, at least from severe disease, in the context of the ongoing massive surge of the Omicron variant that we are currently experiencing, underscoring why it is so important for the unvaccinated to get vaccinated and for those who are already vaccinated to obtain the booster shot. Therapies in general are an important part of our armamentarium against COVID. In this regard, the NIH has been heavily involved in the development and/or clinical testing of several effective monoclonal antibodies against SARS-CoV-2. However, we have ascertained that certain of the authorized monoclonal antibodies are negatively impacted by the Omicron variant. Direct antiviral therapies also are an extremely important tool in the fight against COVID-19. Importantly, it appears that the mutations expressed by the Omicron variant do not interfere with the oral antiviral drugs Paxlovid and Molnupiravir that NIH-funded investigators played an early role in developing and that have recently received emergency use authorization from the FDA. Nor do they appear to interfere with the FDA fully approved drug remdesivir, shown by NIH-sponsored studies to be highly effective in preventing severe disease. Looking ahead in the context of the inevitable continual emergence of new variants, the importance of developing a pan-coronavirus vaccine, namely one that would be effective against all SARS-CoV-2 variants and ultimately against all coronaviruses, becomes even more apparent. My colleagues and I recently published a paper in the New England Journal of Medicine emphasizing the urgent need for such an effort. In this regard, we have made significant progress in that direction. We have identified antibodies that neutralize multiple different coronaviruses, and in addition, NIAID has issued new awards to fund pan-coronavirus vaccines at 4 academic institutions. These awards will fund multidisciplinary collaborative teams to conduct research focused on coronavirus virology and immunology, immunogen design, and innovative vaccine and adjuvant platforms, as well as technologies to discover, design, and develop pan-coronavirus vaccine candidates. Finally, I would like to close by looking forward to how we might best enhance our preparedness for what inevitably will be the emergence of future pandemics. The NIAID will play an important role in the multi-billion-dollar all-of-government plan for pandemic preparedness. Our mission is the rapid development and implementation of successful countermeasures against several prototype pathogen families of viruses that threaten the health and safety not only of our nation, but of the entire world. Thank you for your attention, and I would be happy to answer your questions following the presentations.
Thank you. Dr. Wood.